change, and now every single box that's connected to your service benefits from that. A lot to talk about there, but there's some major benefits with this approach. The thick client approach, start out with kind of the reverse, the pros, and then we'll talk about the cons. The pro, is there's no browser royalty. So you've got native graphics support. It's very fast. It will sometimes this will appear to be more responsive. You might demo two approaches. You might say, well, this is a much better approach. And that's because, again, it's not updating over the internet. Okay? Some of the drawbacks or the cons would be that now you have to have someone who understands the Sigma graphics engine. So you have to have someone who's an expert on Sigma. So if they've worked on Broadcom or some other chipset, they're going to have to get up to speed. Okay? Now, those people aren't impossible to find, but not as easy as a web developer. Also, you are dependent upon your customer upgrading their device. So you want to roll out a new feature. If the customer didn't do the software update, they're not going to get it. And there's always going to be a certain number of customers for various reasons who don't update their devices. Okay, so some drawbacks there, but some benefits. Now, if you are looking at speed to market, we've made it easy for you. So what we have done is we basically have built an API and a toolkit that uses the native or the thick client approach that you can reskin. And you can reskin it in such a way that the experience still will feel very much like yours. So even though there might be a dozen, 24 other services all using the same kind of back end, the same code, you can make it so that to the user, if they saw them, they wouldn't necessarily go, wait, this looks just like these 6 other services. Okay? And so this, of course, has a benefit that, first of all, it's free, and we can get you up to speed very, very fast. Okay? Now, I warned you, it's a vast topic. And so if you're already planning services, if you're already talking to middleware providers and you're thinking, wait, I got a whole lot of questions on this, come see us at the booth or catch me afterwards and we'll talk at length. But needed to provide at least a basic how do you integrate. So in wrapping up, we are very pleased that the TV 101 last year was awarded Connected TV Device of the Year. And so we not only focus on service integration, software development, but our hardware really is best of class, and this is evidenced by it. Come see us at Stand 12 in the Africa Cast section. And thank you very much for listening, and hope to talk to all of you soon. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Mark. A very interesting presentation. Do we have any questions? One from the gentleman on the right.
Hi, my name is Lekon from TV Plus. I have a couple of questions, but I'll try summarize them. First is the mobile support for your player. Considering the fact that mobile manufacturers has a huge gap in terms of formats. Basically, all mobile phones support MP4, but some says base 1, some says base 4, and then you are now in a situation where you have to encode for base 1, for base 2, and Nokia say, well, whatever, you just bring it. So how does your player fix this? Having one single video plays on various mobile devices. And then, can they be integrated into mobile apps? Because services, OTT services are basically delivered either on a PC or via a mobile app. So how can we do that? And then interactivity. If you're watching a video over the internet, you can respond back via a comment. Do you have functionalities for that? If this same video is being watched on a TV via any of your set-tops? And
Can I cut you off there?
Okay.
But maybe keep it to just a few questions and you can catch up during the break.
Yeah,
so maybe just the first 3 for the
exactly,
moment.
yeah. First of all, those are all great questions. Okay, so if I can remember them. Okay, so let's talk about formats. So part of what, I threw up the very tiny font size spec, is that we support all those formats. And so you're exactly right. The phones, it might encode MP4, H.264, but it could be base level 1, base level 3, it could be, and so we support all of them. And so we can handle that, but we should probably talk about your specific application, because there's some advantages to using some formats over another if you're looking at video quality. All right, so that's that one. Second one would be apps. We have a very robust IP command set. In fact, we have an Android app, we have multiple Android apps and iPhone apps, and we're expanding our ability for an app to interface with the box. So whether that's just through simple control, through just remote control function, or whether that's through some second screen. In North America anyway, second screen is a huge topic right now. Many companies are getting funded to build second screen apps. So we're very experienced and versed around that. And your third question?
Interactivity.
Interactivity, okay, yeah. So, I mean, that really just kind of sort of parallels. We actually have some projects going right now where we're going to be using ACR, automatic content recognition, to be able to detect what's happening on the screen, and then a user can respond to that, and it could go to an offer. Like a retailer could put up an ad based on the fact that they know that there's a particular car, or there's something on the screen that a consumer might be interested in, and then you can click to it. And again, we're heavily vested in working in that direction and working with multiple partners, primarily retailers, because they're the ones who are interested in this. So.
Okay, well, I think we'll move on to the next session
Okay.
in that case, which we had 3 questions
That's
rolled
right.
into one.
Okay.
But if you could please thank Mark for his great presentation. Okay, so now we're going to move from the high ends of technology